in control, how we wanted it, very similar to the first half in Vancouver a week ago. Maybe the only difference is, maybe a little more urgency to score a goal, to play forward in the second half in relation to the first half, and then not making, the silly errors that we talked to them about in the first half, fouls in and around the box, and small short passes into midfield, which we obviously vocalized all week. And look, we made 2 errors and two mistakes and turned into 2 goals. So it's just one of those moments where it's, again, we make life very difficult on ourselves, and our mistakes are being punished. But what I was very happy to see is the answer from the guys, and the mentality and the urgency, I think is a good word, to play forward, to be proactive, to be the aggressor, and to force the issue and score more goals.
Hey, Steve, congratulations on the win. With this being a series now, does this one game, is it you kind of put up a marker by winning by that much, or does none of this carry over? And the second question would be, they've been really good on set pieces, and you guys scored, I think, 4 of your goals off set pieces. Did you see something in looking at the films that you exploited?
Yeah, Mark is on top of set pieces, all season long, and we work with the guys, and in the end, it comes down to consistency of the service and the timing of the runs, and the third factor in set pieces is in any league around the world is the will to go get the ball first. And tonight, our guys showed that they were hungry, and they took advantage of set pieces. Obviously, the coaching from Mark in that regards, putting the guys in the right spot and making sure that the service is there too. It's also individual qualities. So, it worked out tonight. And, I think in playoff time and in tournaments and in finals, in all competitions around the world, set pieces unlock games and unlock results. And it did tonight.
Steve, the team was very efficient with the goal scoring, and that allowed to overcome, of course, the mistake. But what's the conversation like when it comes to those errors that are happening defensively, especially when you're going to Vancouver trying to close out the series?
We weren't as efficient as Vancouver tonight. They had 2 chances and 2 goals, so I think there's room for improvement there. I'm not sure there is a conversation. I think it's pretty clear what not to do, and it's not like this happens every week. So I don't think there needs to be a conversation. We will obviously review video with the guys, but in this case, it's pretty black and white. There isn't any really argument going on or discussing or reasons why. It's pretty clear, and the answer in the second half was better.
Hi, Steve. Outside of the kind of confidence that a result like that and a performance like that breeds, it must be slightly frustrating to not be going into the second leg with an kind of numerical advantage by scoring 5 goals and having a 3-goal aggregate lead. Does that kind of frustrate you?
I see where you're going, and I don't like the direction. Look, we all knew what was at stake prior to, sometime this summer, the new format was revealed to us. So everybody understands the format going into it, so I think we'll just keep it at that, and we'll try to win another game there, even if it means penalties. But that is what it is. I would love for members of the media to have an open discussion and put their opinions out there.
Steve, you mentioned the defensive mistakes, and I thought it was really nice, maybe even a little poetic, that Murillo gets that goal at the end.
Sure, yeah. Interesting night for Moody tonight. We had a nice laugh after the game, and it's nice to finish those frustrating nights in some ways for him in the first half on a positive note. So, yeah, it's important. But it's even more important to learn from mistakes, and I'm sure the way I've got to know him, he will. And he'll come back stronger, and not come back. There's no setback there, but he'll improve, and I'm sure you won't see that again from him.
Hi, Coach. Over here. You've talked about how there's no secrets between these teams after the amount of times they've played this season. I'm just wondering, how did your expectation of the way that Vancouver came out to play tonight compared with how they actually did? So were you surprised at all with the way that they were very open from minute one?
No, it's exactly how we expected them. Not open. I think that has a little bit to do with us and our play. I think we expected a team who will try to be defensively very solid and make life difficult for us, compact the middle of the park, just like they did a week ago, just like they did the first time they were here in LA for the MLS game. And so we saw much of the same, very direct play to the two forwards up top and to try to catch us on counters and set pieces. So we expected that, and that's what we got. I think our answers with the ball were tonight a little better than they were in Vancouver a week ago, and that's what we'll look to improve on next week.
Hi, Steve. Earlier on in the regular season, you were preaching us patience, waiting for the attacking style football to be unlocked, waiting for the team to click. What has been the secret these past few matches? Like, what is it that clicked for them? What do you think changed?
You said the answer in your question: patience. And I think I can definitely repeat what I've already told everybody is, working with players and upping the frequency of moments in front of goal and moments in and around the box and moments in the final third. So pure repetition in training is one way to help. Gain confidence for players, just give them a few more looks. The other way is just start enjoying the game again, putting a smile on your face, and playing with passion and enjoyment, and not treating this like a job where we're nervous for every touch or play or pass. It's a game we've all played since we were children, and in some ways that is the easiest way to improve performances and go try to enjoy the game again. And I have seen some smiles on some faces tonight and in previous weeks, so that is a step in the right direction. It is not all fun and games, but it is certainly an important element to the game the way I interpret it.
Steve, from a serious perspective, you guys have grabbed now the advantage. What do you make of the second match here, knowing that, hey, we're coming back home if it doesn't go our way? What's the sense and the message to the group? And also, how do you not treat this like you guys won and, your job's done? Because the job's not finished.
Certainly, we would love to end the series in Vancouver, and that'll be our objective. We want to go out and play the exact same way we play here. And I'm 100% positive Vancouver will play a little more aggressively and try to press us a little more like they did when they were down tonight. And I expect that from minute one. But we want to play the same way, and we would prefer a similar result. One goal advantage would be enough. But, it was our objective to end the series there.
Over here, hey Steve. When you speak to the team, when you go into these playoffs, is it from a standpoint of we're the champs, we're trying to defend this, or is it this is an entirely new season, new journey, new adventure, trying to win it, like it was the first time?
Yeah, I think the latter. I think makes more sense. The only comfort you have by winning it last year is that you can do it. But we certainly don't use that as a sense of false confidence or anything like that, or false sense of motivation. For us, it's a new team, certainly, with different impulses, with different buttons that we coaches can push at certain times. They have a different sense of motivation about them, a different core, and so yes, it's a completely new journey, and. What I can share with the group and what a little over half the team can share with the ones who weren't there last year, it's worth it. It's worth it putting in the effort and holding on to what is good after a very long and tedious season for another, hopefully only 4 games.
Steve, next match will be 50 on the season for you guys. Is there any thought of rest or rotation or anything, or is it just all hands on deck, full speed ahead from here on out?
Yeah, no need for that. There's plenty of rest in between games. It's a full week, so there's no need for rotations unless we feel tactically that gives us an advantage, or for whatever reason, a player who didn't start tonight, their attributes are better suited for this game in Vancouver. But no rotation going on for loading purposes.
If you guys, go the distance, 3 games, it will be about 2 weeks between to finish the series. How do you keep your players on track so they don't take their foot off the pedal for like the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think we do a good job of loading and managing training sessions to where there are days we ask 100% from them, and there are days where, we can focus a little more on maybe some technical stuff and take some intensity away of the training sessions. And I think by vocalizing that and communicating with the players in a very clear manner that this is what we expect from today's training is a good way to manage the amount of time between games and get players mentally and physically in the hopefully perfect spot on game day.